guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be unboxing my new iPad and also setting it up and doing a what's on my iPad later on. I got this iPad like over a week ago, but I was in Texas and then I went to spend a weekend with my friends, so I haven't been able to film the unboxing for this video, but now we're finally here. During Prime Week, Target also had a ton of like circle deals for electronics, so I was able to buy this iPad and a pencil, and I got like $200 off, which is really good. And then I also got accessories on Amazon with the Prime deal. So I have everything here with me, and let's get started with the unboxing. Okay, so just for the overall details, I have the 5th generation iPad Air with 256 gigabytes, and it's the Wi-Fi only, and I believe this is the space gray color. MacBook that I use is also space gray, so I thought it would be good to kind of match. And if you want to like skip around through this video, I do have timestamps along the whole timeline of the video, so you can skip around. But just to give you guys a little rundown on my iPad like history, because this might be kind of confusing. I literally unboxed an iPad Air, I don't know which generation it was, but I unboxed it like a year or so ago, and that video did really well. A lot of you guys have been asking me recently like what I've done with the iPad and to show an updated what's on my iPad. Not long after I unboxed that iPad, I realized like at the time I just didn't need the iPad, like I wasn't using it as much as I thought I would, so I gave it to my sister and she's been using it ever since. And recently I've been actually wanting to get an iPad again because there's just so much more that I can do with it for like just all of my content in general. So I used my mom's iPad mini for just a little bit so I could get a feel on if I actually wanted to purchase an iPad for myself or if I just wanted to like borrow hers every once in a while. And I realized I did want to buy one, so I waited for Prime Week to get a deal, and now I have an iPad. So that's just a rundown on everything, but let's get started and unbox this iPad. So I think at this point most of us know what comes in these boxes. So here is the iPad, and I'm just going to take this out, set it to the side just for a second. This iPad comes with this little envelope, a charger cube, and then also a charging cord. This is the newest generation of the iPad Air, I do believe. So the charger cord is USB-C on both ends, as well as the little insert for the cube. And that's actually kind of helpful because my MacBook has USB-C plugins, so I can use this to charge it if I want to. The main charging cord from a MacBook looks like this, but it can accept USB-C as well, so that's super helpful. In this little envelope we just have a little pamphlet on how to set up and customize the iPad Air, other information, and then the Apple stickers, which these seem like much bigger than normal, but we have those here as well. And here is the iPad. Like I said, it's in space gray. It's currently wrapped up, and I also have accessories to put on this iPad when I unwrap it. So let me just show you guys the accessories that I bought. I got both of these from Amazon during Prime Day. I will link everything on my Amazon storefront, which is in the description down below. But this case is from the brand ESR, and it's the magnetic case. I got it in this light gray color, and I'll show you guys how it works when I like open it. But it's super nice and cool, and it also wasn't too expensive. So that's the case. And then for a screen protector, I got one of those like paper ones where when you write on it with the Apple Pencil, it doesn't slip on the glass screen, like it feels more like paper. I didn't buy it from the actual paper like company because those are really expensive, and this one had really good reviews. This is the Paper Feel screen protector from the Bursem brand. I don't know if that's exactly how you say it, but we have that screen protector here as well. And then I do also have my Apple Pencil, which I'll unbox in a minute. I'm just gonna open up this case first. Here's what the case looks like outside of the packaging. Like I said, it's just a basic light gray color. It feels very lightweight, which is good. I was kind of thinking about getting like a keyboard case, but I didn't want it to be super heavy, and I also have like my MacBook that I do most of like the typing work on, so I figured just a normal like flip case would be good. But yeah, this is just your basic like folio case, I think is what it's called, where it just flips. This is what the iPad looks like without the wrap on. It is the space gray color. And then this is what the front looks like. So basically this whole back part here is a magnet, and the iPad just sticks right in. The magnet is super strong. Like I'm literally just holding the case by this little flap, and the iPad is staying in very well, so that's good. And then this just folds over, and then you can put this over like that, and that's what it looks like. Super lightweight, but I can tell it's very like durable. And then when I unbox my Apple Pencil, the magnetic like charging point on the iPad is up here, but then this flips over it, so I can keep it charging but like secure in the case as well, which is something that I wanted for the case. So yeah, that is what the iPad case looks like. They did have other colors in this case as well. I just thought the light gray would be best with the space gray color iPad, just to keep it super simple. But now I'm going to attempt to put on one of these screen protectors. have the iPad back in its case with the screen protector on. It feels super smooth, and I definitely like the feeling of it better than just the normal glass like screen feeling that the iPad comes with and normal screen protectors have. I will say this is one of the best like screen protector kits I've ever tried, whether it's for an iPad, a MacBook, a phone. This like brand made it so like easy. They gave you an installation guide with like pictures and stuff, but you can also scan this to watch the video if that's easier for you. And it had like the normal stuff that all of the screen protector things came with, such as the cleaning materials, the actual screen protector, stuff like that. But the two things that it came with that I haven't ever used but were so nice were first these little like squishy felt rubber pads that basically you just put under your iPad and it holds it in place while you're doing everything. So helpful. And then it came with this, like, they call it a squeeze card. Obviously you can reuse it for anything that you need, but it's basically this big plastic thing to help push the screen protector down as you're laying it on the screen so that no bubbles are there, and the bottom has like a cloth on it so it's super smooth on the iPad. Seriously, the most helpful tool I've ever used, and I have 0 bubbles on this thing and it's just perfect. So I would highly suggest that. Once again, it's in my Amazon storefront. I have it all on here now. I have the case on, and now it is time to set it up. I have my mom's iPad mini right here, which is what I've been using over the past few weeks to kind of figure out if I wanted to buy an iPad for myself. I have that here. I kind of customized it a little bit, so I'm going to use this to transfer the data to my iPad. But yeah, let's set it up, and then afterwards we can open up the pencil and make it totally customized to how I want it. Okay, so my information is transferring to this iPad, and now I'm going to be setting up Touch ID. Basically, like, this little power button here is also used for Touch ID when you open up your iPad, so I'm going to finish setting up all of that stuff. So while the rest of the information is transferring onto the new iPad, I'm going to open up this Apple Pencil. I think there are 2 versions of the Apple Pencil. This one is the newer one, the 2nd generation. So when you open this up, it has the same type of like envelope that the iPad does. And then inside we have the Apple Pencil. I am super excited to use this. Here's what it looks like. It just says Apple Pencil on the bottom. This part is like the magnetic part that sticks to the iPad and charges, and then it's just very sleek and white. I know some people get cases for these, but I think I'm just gonna stick with the basic design. By the way, what comes in this like envelope thing is the same type of like instructions for the pencil and shows you like the different features. And then it comes with like these thick manuals of just information. Not exactly sure what it says or what it's for, but that's what it comes with. Hi guys, so it is a few hours later. As you can tell, I changed. I went to my grandma's for a little bit. So I was able to let my iPad kind of sync everything and also add and customize a few apps to my iPad. But it is all customized now, and I want to show you guys what's on it, all of the widgets, and just the customization that I did to it. So let's get started with a little what's on my iPad. Alright, so starting off with my lock screen here, I'm kind of swiping up a little bit on it just so the screen recording doesn't stop while I'm talking to you guys. But I just went on Pinterest to find this little like aura picture. I literally just searched aura and then chose the one that I liked and set that as the background for both my lock screen and my home screen. Very simple, very cute, and yeah, that's basically it for the lock screen. Okay, so now going into the actual iPad and the apps. Here's the first page. As you can see, I have a lot of widgets, so I'll just quickly go over those first. Starting off with the bottom left, I just have the battery widgets. This just tells me what the battery percentage is for everything that has to do with the iPad. So it has the iPad battery, my pencil, and then if I have AirPods connected or something like that, it just displays all the battery percentages. The 4 widgets I have above that, they're all just images I found on Pinterest that I put as different widgets. I will go over the apps that I use for widgets in a little bit when I get there. And then above all that, I have my reminders widget. This widget is like a to-do list, but it's more just like generic things that I usually have to do every single day, so it's not like specific tasks. So the 3 things that it says are edit, film content, and respond to emails. Next to that, I have another photo widget, but this one is like a rectangle shape, and this is also a picture I found on Pinterest. Very simple, just a picture of the beach and the sunset. And then the biggest biggest widget next to that is also from Pinterest, and it's just a quote that I really liked, so I set that as its own widget there. And then the apps that I have on this page are more of just like the basic apps. So we have App Store, Clock, Settings, Notes, Notion, YouTube Studio, Fonto, Camera, Gmail, and Notability. And I quickly just wanted to show you guys something with Notability because I just think it's so cool. If you guys haven't heard about Notability, it is such a great app, especially now that back to school is sort of coming up. Notability is such a great app to have. You can use Notability to do literally anything, whether you want to take notes and do annotations for school, or if you're like a content creator like me, I like to plan my content out on there. It's super helpful, especially for like sponsorships and stuff. Also, making thumbnails is very easy on there, and like collages. It's also good for like journaling and to-do lists and seriously anything you can do on there. They recently did a whole app redesign, and I just want to show you guys what it looks like because it looks so cool. So going into the app, this is what mine looks like. Some stuff is blurred out because obviously it's like work stuff, but the whole look of the app just looks so good. I currently have my like theme of the app as strawberry pink, which is obviously super cute. Here's an example of something I've been doing a lot on Notability, and it's this video planner. I kind of reuse this for whenever I need to plan a new video, but basically I made this kind of layout for myself of a video planner so I can put the title, if there's a sponsor, the layout of the video, and just extra details, whether that be for the sponsor or the video in general. Seriously, it's so helpful, and the new floating toolbar is so cool. Literally everything about this app is really cool. I will put the link to download Notability for free in my description down below, so make sure to go check them out. But the last 4 apps on this page on the little bar on the bottom are Calendar, Photo, Safari, and Mail. By the way, I'm filming this on a rainy afternoon, and so this lighting is just getting worse and worse, so I'm actually going to turn on my main light just because it's getting dark. But moving on to the second page of my iPad, this one has everything else that I'm gonna need on here. Starting off with the widgets, on the top left I have this time widget, and actually I forgot to edit it when I put it on here to not be military time, but I will show you guys the app that I used to make this widget. It's just a simple cute little flip clock. Below that I have my Notion widget, which basically is like a shortcut to get to all of the pages that I use a lot. Below that I have a Pinterest widget, and this one actually flips through a series of photos that I put on a specific Pinterest board. I will link that in the description down below if you guys want to find the photos. I think it changes every hour, so that's just the picture that's on there now. And then lastly I have a Spotify widget, which just has all of my playlists on there. And now moving on to the apps, I'll start with the 3 folders that are like lined up on top of each other. So the first one is socials, and these are basically like my social media apps that I don't really use on my iPad, but they're just there in case I need it. I mainly use these ones on my phone, but they're just there in case I need it. So I have TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and Visco. You can find me on all my socials at Alyssa Darland. But yeah, those 4 are in there. And then in the folder below that, I have my Google folder, which just has all of the Google related apps, just because I use a lot of them for either school or like brand work, like contracts that I have to sign. So I just put all of those apps in one folder. And then the last folder I have is my etc folder, which just has basically every Apple app that comes like on the iPad that I don't really use. And on the second page of this folder, I do have some apps that I downloaded that I don't really need like out on the screen, if that makes sense. For example, I have a few font apps, and then the 2 widget apps that I've used on my iPad are MD Clock, which is what I use for the flip clock widget in the top left corner, and then Widgetsmith is the other widget that I use for every other widget that's not its own app, if that makes sense. Like I use the Spotify app to make the Spotify widget, the Notion app to make the Notion widget, but for the ones that are just pictures that I like downloaded from Pinterest, I use Widgetsmith. And yeah, that is basically it for that folder. Okay, so just to go over the rest of the apps, I have Pinterest, Spotify, and YouTube, which are other apps that I do have like public profiles on, but they're not really like social medias, except for YouTube obviously, but like this is just an app to watch videos. So I just have those 3 there. Depop is where I sell my clothes. Disney Plus I have to watch videos, especially when I'm traveling. Pixart I don't use a lot, but it's good for just like random projects that I do. Procreate is where you can draw. Canva is really good for making like collages and stuff. Photoshop is obviously to edit photos. Pocket Camp is actually Animal Crossing's mobile app that you can download on your iPad or your phone. It's a very chill and like cute app, and so I just have it there for fun. And then lastly, iMovie I have if I have to quickly edit a few clips on my iPad instead of going on to like Final Cut Pro on my laptop. But yeah, that is it for what is on my iPad. Okay, so my battery literally just died right before I was gonna film the outro to this video, but that is everything that I have on my iPad. I'm really excited to use it and be able to do so many more things now that I have an iPad. If you guys have any iPad videos that you want to see from me, definitely comment them down below and I will do my best and do those videos for you guys. Also, back to school season is coming up, so let me know if you want to see any videos related to that. that. Obviously, I'm gonna be doing like the school supplies and get ready with me for my first day and all that, but like any other videos, let me know. I will definitely put those in my content calendar and get those up for you guys. Thank you guys so much for your support. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to purchase an iPad like this if it weren't for all of your support, so thank you. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell down below to be notified whenever I post. I post every Monday at 8 a.m. PST, and any other extra videos that I have, I post them any other day, but they're always at 8 a.m. PST. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!